Hello everybody, Colin's Wrath here, and welcome back to episode 3 of Vintage Story Survival. As you can see, I have been a little busy in between episodes. We've gotten the foundation and the walls of the house mostly done. We have openings for windows, but we need some glass. I'm not quite sure how to make that yet, but we'll figure it out. And someone kindly let me know that I can in fact use peat for a fire source. So I've been doing that to cook food. So that's been really great because I'm pretty short on wood. And I have a storage area set up here, as well as a cooking area. So there's a couple of things I want to get done this episode. As you can see, we do have a little bit of food, and it is good for a few days, but it could be much better if we had a cellar. So that is top priority. We definitely want a cellar, and we need to get the roof done. So if you look on the map here, we have a pretty massive clay deposit. It spans like this entire area here, and we've been grabbing clay from there, and we made some crocks, some bowls, and oh, of course, and we are about to fire a metric crap load of shingles. I don't really know if that's that many, but for me it is. 180. So we are going to make the roof out of shingles. And I've been reading, and apparently the shingles have to have solid blocks under them for the area to be counted as a room. I'm not super familiar with how that stuff works yet, but we're just going to go along with what we read. So we need to kind of outline a roof with solid blocks and then come along and put the shingles on top. So that's the plan. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and start the firing process. For this, we are going to need dry grass, sticks, and instead of logs, I believe you can use peat. So we're going to take a bunch of this. Not sure if this actually works. I didn't really read up on it, but we're going to try it. So first goes in the dry grass. No. Can only fire up to 48. Well, now I know. We're going to have to split these up. So let's grab 48. You know, I was wondering how that was going to work. Because it seemed like a lot. Okay, let's throw in the dry grass. And sticks. And now the peat. Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. And we have plenty of peat. We've got a few deposits that we've found over the last couple of days. I believe there's one up here. Yeah, one there. I put a dot here for some reason. And one there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and fire this. Cool beans. So I think it only makes sense that we make our roof blocks out of dark mud brick. I think that's the route we're going to go. And we are almost out of sticks. These have been strangely hard to come by. I don't know why. I feel like they shouldn't be, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And I'm not sure how many I ultimately need, but I don't think it should be much more than this, if any. We shall see, though. Okay, we're going to need more sticks, and then we can start firing both of these. You know, I really feel like when you cut down a tree, it should drop the sticks, but I don't think it does. Because I've cut down a few trees, and they didn't drop any. Okay, so we are back with a few more sticks. Alright, and we're just gonna plop. We're actually gonna need a few more peat. Let me go grab that real quick. Okay, there we go. So once these are done, we can throw a roof up on this bad boy. And we'll also need to add some solid blocks here. I believe we have a good pattern here. It's apparently supposed to stay under 7 blocks tall. So we're probably going to cap it like right there and just make it like a ceiling. So yeah, I think that's going to look pretty good. We are going to go on a little hunt because we need more mills. We have one, but that's not going to do us for very long. So while those are cooking, or sorry, while those are firing, we're going to go find some more food. Alright, we're going to try and take on these 2 rams. Or, I guess they're... Oh, there's more than 2. They've got a baby with them. Man. I can't do that. Alright. You live. Live for now. Oh, here's the peat deposit that I've been pulling from. So while we're here, let's just grab some. There is a bunch. I don't know if they're normally this big, but it seems like an awful lot. And there was still a wolf down here. Alright. Oh, there's a ruin. Already marked that one. Let's check this out real quick. Alright, looks like there is a cracked vessel. Okay. Oh no. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick this vessel up. We are using carry capacity, I think. Alright, let's put this down. You know, we'll just put this one in the corner. Alright, there's some useful stuff in there. So we got some flax twine and fibers. Sounds good. Just take this crock out. Take our bowl. All right, we got some veggies now. Why does it not let me put this down? Okay. We need some more food. Okay, so it's the next morning, and we went back out. We found a bighorn ram, finally. So we're gonna grab some clay as well while we're out here. All right, we got some good meat for some meals. And we got a little bit of clay. Hopefully we can finish the blocks on our roof so we can lay some shingles on top of those. So we got rifts opening over here. Ooh, that's not good. And in between episodes, I did do a little looking around over there, and I found some quartz. And I think it was, yeah, it was over here, quartz and copper. So I believe we can make some glass out of that quartz somehow. Okay, so we're back at the house, and we need to get a meal cooking. So we are gonna grab, I think we can make one meat and vegetable stew, if that's a thing that we can do. So I know last episode I had some issues getting the pot to cook, and it turns out you have to have the same amount of whatever item you're cooking, or whatever 2 items you're cooking in there. So it won't just like only cook 3 if I were to do this, right? You need to have 3 of meat and 3 vegetable or whatever else you're using. So we're gonna get this started. We're gonna throw some peat into the fire. We're gonna light it up, and it should start cooking. Okay. Maybe not. Let's take a look at our guide. Meal making. So we can make a meat stew, vegetable stew. Yeah, you should be able to do raw meat or vegetables. First 2 slots must be raw red meat. Let me try berries. Maybe the berries will work. Counts as fruit, I guess. No. Oh, okay, I see. You have to have them in both. Okay. So let's do this. 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so it looks like it... I guess you have to have it at a certain ratio. I don't know. All I know is it's cooking, so... It's just weird, because I just put the same combination in. And now it's not working. What the heck? Okay. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, for those of you who don't know yet, I did mention in the first episode that this is my first real playthrough of Vintage Story. You know, I've played like a couple of hours before this, but this is really the first serious go that I've given it. So there's some learning curves for me here, in case you haven't noticed already. And you'll definitely notice that if you watch the previous episode. Hey, so our shingles are done. Pick these up. Let's go back in and check on our food real quick. Okay, so we do have that. We don't want to waste fuel. Get the crock. Okay, so that was all of the food there. All right, so last time we had 2, 4, I think, and 2 berries. So let's try this again. I think we can do it correctly the first time, this time. Put the pot back. we go. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, this peat is working out much better than the firewood. Just out of sheer efficiency, because getting those logs, or getting enough of them to cook food frequently with, is a big pain. Okay, so we got all of our shingles here, and our next meal is done, so let's go ahead and throw that in here, and we have enough to cook another meal, so we'll make a black currant. Oh, you know what? We'll try the onion. We'll see if that works this time. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Hey, okay, cool. I think we got it now. I know somebody was trying to explain that to me in the comments, and I did read it, I promise. But that was a few days ago, so I have forgotten. Additionally, we can seal... I had some fat here somewhere. Lump of fat. So we can seal these crocks with those as well. But I think for now, I'm just going to wait till we have a cellar made. Alright, so let's figure out what we can do with these shingles. So if we open up our handbook, we can search shingles. Nope. Here we go. We've got blue shingle block, shingle stairs. I was pretty sure there was like a sloped, slanted blue clay roofing. Okay, that's what I was. So you can either do the stair or a shingle. If we do the stair, that's 3 shingles and 4 shingles total. If we just make it out of shingles, that's 3. So 1, 2, 3 should be, yeah, there we go. Okay, got a bit of roofing. Yeah, we're gonna have to play with how we want these set up. Before we really start doing that though, I am going to go ahead and get the, like, skeleton, I guess, if you want to call it that. The frame of the roof set up. So let's go ahead and do that first. Alright, so we've got the majority of this roof done, so now we're going to start making some shingles. We're going to throw those on there. I already made a couple. Looks pretty nice, I think. I'm not really sure what to do about this top. So a shingle looks like this. Make a couple of these. We may need end up needing more, but... So I think we'll need some sort of corner block for here. Roofing. We have inner and outer corners. I could have sworn there was like a peak. I guess not. Goes like this. No. Other than these decorative shingles, I think the roof is done, pretty much. We just need to fill in this back area. There's some more decorative changes that I'd like to make. Especially with this front. I'm not quite sure what to do about this, but I don't like it. So we're going to continue to work on these shingles, but functionally the roof is pretty much done. I mean, it serves its purpose. These shingles are just decorative. So we need to make some sort of cellar. So there's a bit of a conundrum there, though. I can't really dig too deep. I don't have a pick. There's rock like 3 blocks down or so. So what should I do? Well, I think I'm going to dig down a little bit to the rock to kind of have like a inlaid area, and then I'll build up with packed dirt from there. Either packed dirt or some cobble that I get from one of the ruins. And I'm going to attach that to the house, and it'll serve as a cellar of sorts until I can dig a lot deeper. This isn't the prettiest house, but I'm proud of it. Yeah, I definitely need to extend these out one more. And we need to close off the top here, because this peak is taller than 7 blocks, I believe. Yeah, it is. So we'll close it off about right here, just blocks across, so that this area is counted as an enclosed room. Because when winter comes along, we definitely want this to be a room. We don't want to freeze to death. We're going to run out and collect some dirt so that we can get to work on this cellar. We'll just collect it from right here. Probably the best way to go. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to extend that. We'll do that by the end of the episode. For now, though, I think that we should extend the cellar off of maybe the back. Possibly. I think the back is the best way to go. Still not sure how to do this. I don't know. Maybe the side, to be honest. It might be ugly, but I don't know. Because I can't... So, let me show you. I can't dig down far enough to make a proper cellar. Now we hit claystone. So, you know, it's got to be tall enough. And this just isn't. We could just make a separate building for our cellar. That's an option. We could build onto the house. You know what? Maybe that's the way to go. I think we should collect some cobble from the ruins down that way and kind of build like a little sort of add-on to the house. Just like a cobblestone block that serves as a cellar. I think that's the way to go. I have an idea. Aha. So it is a thing. I did not see that in the handbook at all when you search for roofing. Oh, it's roof ridge, that's why. Darn those keywords. Yeah, just a few of these shingles go a lot further than I thought. Yeah, I don't know about this. we have finally finished up our cellar. Oh, geez. We finally finished up our cellar, and if you go down here, here's what we got. And I have noticed a bit of an oddity, which is why I put this wall here. If you look in the handbook, go to guides, search cellar, get the food preservation mechanic guide. Alright, so it says right here, more elaborate versions can be up to 7 by 7 by 7. Alright, so let me show you something. I don't know if it's a bug, I'm not sure, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. The width is like 5, I think. So it's like 7 by 5 by like 3. Maybe it's including the walls, which in that case it would be just over 7. But if you look at the storage vessel at the food parish speed, we have 0.28, 0.19, and 0.37. And once you close this up, it goes way down to where you would expect it to be, I guess. So I'm not sure if that's... I don't know if that's intended or not. I'm not sure. I might be misunderstanding. It's a very high possibility of that. Not a big deal. But yeah, so we've got this down here. I'll probably throw a door on here. In the meantime, we'll just close it up. And I might start storing extra peat brick down here too. Just because we have so much. Just throw that there. We've got a lot of drifters. So, for this episode, we only have one more thing I would like to address. And that is, I would like to finish the shingles on this roof. Wow, that's a lot of drifters. I would like to finish up the shingles, or at least almost finish them. Where's that wolf? It's been out here for several days, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. It looks pretty decent, though, I think. So we're going to finish this up, and that will be the last thing we do this episode. We didn't quite have the shingles that we needed to completely finish. We'll have to fire some more next episode. I think it's turning out decent. There's something about the roof, though. I think it needs to extend off of the edge a little bit, so I'll have to add another like layer of shingles that hang off. I think that's the best route to go there. But I mean, it's turning out pretty decent. More so from this angle, I think. You know, we'll do stuff over time to make it look nicer. But for now, I think this serves its purpose. This was a pretty productive episode, but there's still so much left out there to do and explore, and I'm really looking forward to building something special here in the future. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.